Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your SmackDown spoilers, WWE main event spoilers, and other short wrestling news and what have you. Well, happy birthday goes to Big E. Celebrated his 30th birthday on Tuesday. And there's a video of his birthday party or whatever with a cake. As he posted a backstage video of Adam Rose blowing out the candles on his piece of birthday cake. And you can go to that video link there for you. Sheikh Adnan Al-Kaisi, a.k.a. Adnan bin Abdul Karim Ahmed Al-Kaisi El-Farthi, turned 77 years old on Tuesday. Booker T turned 51 years old on Tuesday. Ultimo Guerrero, a.k.a. Jose Gutierrez Hernandez, turned 44. Davey Richards turned 33. Big E, Tori Ewin, that's a real name, turned 30 years old. Emma Tennille Averill Dashwood turned 27 years old. So happy birthday goes to all those folks. Rolling Stone recently spoke with former WWE star Pete Gas of about Shane McMahon's Mean Street Posse Group. Full interview can be at the link. I didn't get the link. Oh, from Rolling Stone. Just go to rollingstone.com. His reaction when Shane McMahon returned to Raw. I think I was like everyone in the arena around the world, in shock. I had no idea about what was to happen. Even though I had talked to Shane, he hadn't mentioned it at all. It was a long time coming for me. I always felt that Shane had never left, but that's it. That's his own decision. It was electric. When I spoke to him the following day, I told him that I always knew he'd get an amazing reception if he ever came back. But even I couldn't imagine it being as great as that was. It was really special. Any comments about growing up knowing the McMahon family. It was never dull. I never once had a bad time with Shane. There was always something interesting going on. We always had a good time, whether it was hanging out at the house or going out at a bar or whatever we did. It was always about having fun and enjoying life. He keeps you entertained, that's for sure. Rodney and Shane went to a different junior high school than I did. High school started in 10th grade here, so that's when we met. We were all on the football team together. Shane and I both played offensive line, and Rodney was the fullback. Vince would try to make as many of the games as he possibly could. I remember actually seeing him before high school when I played against Rodney and Shane in junior high and going, wow, that's Vince McMahon. When we got to high school, I would see much more of them, not only at games, but when we hung at Shane's house. The one thing about the whole family is that they're the greatest people you could ever meet. And I'm not just saying that because I'm friends with Shane. They really are great-hearted people. With all the money that they have, you can never know it. They're so down to earth, not snobs at all. Mrs. McMahon used to cook for us. Vince would hang out and watch football with us. Even Stephanie, she was a few years younger than us. She used to hang out with us. She was just one of the guys. He comments on if we might see the posse at WrestleMania. I'm honestly not sure. I haven't heard anything yet, but if Shane wants, all he's got to do is call me, bro, and I'll be there in a heartbeat. Wrestling Inc. has an interview with Sugar Shane Helms at this link, and I'll do the comments on 3 of his characters, and this is part 1 of it. They haven't done part 2 yet. He was asked about, you've had 3 successful personas in Shane Helms, Gregory Helms, and Hurricane that were all the same person, but different personalities. Were you conscious of that when you differentiated the 3? Yeah, I was conscious of it, especially when going from Hurricane to Gregory Helms. Going from Sugar Shane to Hurricane, That was something that happened organically. When I was Sugar Shane, I was one of the best light heavyweights around and had a style that is commonplace now, but was newer back then. When I would wrestle as the Hurricane, the character would get lost and there was a disconnect there. I wasn't a superhero. I was a guy who thought he was a superhero. If you think you're a superhero, you have to be a little off kilter upstairs. Well, I go out there and wrestle like Sugar Shane and do 1,000 moves in every match. There was a disconnect from the Hurricane gimmick, so I had to switch my style and give even more character. And that's what made Hurricane work. Fast forward to when I'm Gregory Helms, and I gotta be this ass-kicking wrestler again. One of the strangest compliments I ever got was a couple of weeks into that run. Arn Anderson said, "Damn, kid, I forgot how good you were. As a Hurricane, I almost had to wrestle down to get that character to work. It's hard for people to understand, but I explain it like this. Tom Hanks was in Philadelphia as he was in Big. It's the same guy, but you have to act differently to make these characters work. I can't go out and wrestle like Sugar Shane when I'm the Hurricane. If I do that, it just wouldn't have worked. When I got to the Gregory Helms thing, I tried to take out a lot of the high-flying things, and that was intentional. I didn't want people to cheer me. That's one of the biggest things in the business missing today is heels that get booed. I didn't want merchandise. I had that conversation with Vince about it and what I wanted to do because that was going to cost me merchandise money. My thought process was that if people are buying my merchandise, I'm not getting over as a heel. I wanted people to absolutely hate me. He took care of me on the pay-per-view side with my pay-per-view checks. That kind of compensated what I lost in merchandise. I wanted people to hate what I was. If I was wrestling a guy like Jimmy Wang Yang, who did a lot of high-flying stuff, I would do some of it because I knew Jimmy could counter me with the higher stuff. If I was working with a guy like Nunzio or Jamie Noble that didn't have a lot of high-flying stuff, I'd keep it on the ground as much as possible. That was all intentional. WWE had banned your move to Vertebreaker. Who tells you that and how did it go over with you? Yeah, the move was over. But it didn't affect me because there were very few guys in the WWE I could do it to. Especially as a Hurricane, all of my feuds were with big guys and I couldn't pick them up. That came from Vince himself. I didn't try to argue my point or anything. Vince tells you to do something, you kind of just do it. It wasn't that big of a deal. I didn't need to go to Vince and have a debate about it. It wasn't a big loss to me. Did he say it was dangerous? You had to have a talented person to take that move. Yeah, you had to have a talented person to give the move. It's easy to take. You tuck your chin. You take it like a German suplex impact. I would take a lot of impact on my upper back, which caused problems in my lower back. If I did it a couple of nights in a row, my back was jacked by the end of the loop. That's because I was taking care of the guy. I never drilled anybody. Kaz Hayashi would stare at the mat and pull his chin up at the last second, and was just masterful at that. I think Kidman tried to do that one time and didn't took in time. I can see what's going on back there. So if you don't tuck your chin, you're on your own. He got pegged a little bit, but he was okay. Someone backstage said I killed him, but I had to see it back. I do it the exact same way every time. It's a dangerous move. At the time, there had been a string of neck surgeries in WWE, and they were getting away from anything where you landed on your neck. Even the German suplexes were modified. You wouldn't see the guys doing the Japanese style where they drop someone on their head. And it was something I knew I was coming anyway. I was prepared for it. I was off and running as a Hurricane, so I didn't need that. And just wait for Austin Aries. Remember? I wonder if they're going to ban that move because of brain buster. Vertical suplex into the right on the back of the neck. Well, WWE Studios will be releasing an animated movie called Surf's Up 2. Show you some photos all while I'm speaking. Starting with Triple H, John Cena, and Paige voicing characters, and I'll leave the picture. Will have their character right beside them. Vince McMahon and The Undertaker also involved. And here, like I said, the details showing your pictures. Sony Pictures Animation and WWE Studios catch a wave together and Surf's Up 2 Wave Mania. From Los Angeles, Sony Pictures Animation and WWE Studios announced today an animated sequel to Surf's Up, the 2007 Academy Award nominated action comedy about surfing penguins. The companies are co-financing and producing the movie, which is expected to release in 2017 in time for the original film 10th anniversary. Surf's Up 2 Wave Mania will be distributed by Sony Pictures Home Entertainment. With WWE Studios providing marketing support by leveraging its extensive multi-platform reach. Cody Maverick, hungry for a new challenge, convinces an infamous big wave riding crew known as the Hang Five, voiced by WWE superstars John Cena, Undertaker, Triple H, and Diva Paige. Mr. McMahon to let him join them on their journey to a mysterious surf spot known as the Trenches, where legend has it they'll find the biggest waves in the world. Cody soon discovers that the life he left behind might be more heroic than what any death-defying wave has to offer. Jindy Turchakovsky's protege, Henry Yu, story artist on Symbionic Titan and both Hotel Transylvania feature films, makes his directional debut with this project, which is produced by Michelle Wong, production manager on Hotel Transylvania 2, and features computer animation from Rainmaker Entertainment, such as CGI. Abdul Williams from The Lottery Ticket is writing the screenplay. We are thrilled to be working with Sony Pictures Animation to bring Cody Maverick back to audiences for more adventures, paired with our WWE superstars in what promises to be a fun animation film for the entire family, said Michael Luisi, WWE Studios president. WWE has a proven track record with family audiences, and we couldn't be more excited to partner with them and dive back into the fun world of our surfing penguins, adds Christine Belson, president of Sony Pictures Animation. The WWE renamed March the 12th, March to WrestleMania, live from Toronto, WWE Network special, and announced Dean Ambrose versus World Heavyweight Champion Triple H as the main event. So, not only next week, match, also get a rematch later. So, possibly, your spoiler will be Triple H winning. The Rico Coliseum website has been updated to show the Roadblock name change, but they do not have the World Heavyweight title match listed yet. They do still have Roman Reigns versus Sheamus, and the highlight reel with Chris Jericho listed. Plus, a sign that Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman versus Luke Harper with Bray Wyatt will still take place. WWE Tag Team Champions New Day have previously been advertised for the highlight reel, but that is not on the Rico Coliseum website. Others advertised include New Day, The Miz, The Usos, Paige, and Brie Bella. They can still have that feud going on. Watch you, AJ. The event is scheduled to run from 8 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. that particular Saturday night on the WWE Network. So it's live from that venue. The WWE website has Reigns, Triple H, Ambrose, Lesnar, Heyman, Sheamus, Jericho, Wyatt, Harper, Styles, Paige, and Natalya advertised for the network special. WWE also has a regular live event in Atlantic City, New Jersey booked that same night. So not everybody will be there. So it's probably just going to be maybe a 1 hour event. Ambrose is advertised, but obviously won't be appearing. Others advertised for the show include Intercontinental Champion Kevin Owens, U.S. Champion Kalisto, Big Show, Braun Strowman, Eric Rowan, Rusev, Alberto Del Rio, Kane, Ryback, Becky Lynch, and Divas Champion Charlotte. And to show you a picture of the Roadblock event, TNA was scheduled to return to Orlando, Florida for more Impact tapings from March the 12th to March 15th. Apparently, there's going to be some live event from, I don't know. Those tapings will now run from March 15th to March 20th. 5 days, according to PW Insider. Right now, TNA is looking at broadcasting Impact Wrestling live on Tuesday, March 15th episode, probably. So it's going to be the 15th live, and then the 16th, or afterwards. TNA also will be taping one night only pay-per-views that same week, as they already have started reaching out to non-TNA talent performers. Oh, I wonder why. Because they haven't paid their current TNA performers. With the tapings that have been less than 2 weeks away, it's worth noting that some TNA talents still haven't received travel information. On a related note, like I said, talents are still waiting to be paid from the last set of tapings in the UK, but word is that they will receive checks this week. Former WCW star Ernest Cat Miller was backstage at SmackDown tapings. As I'll show you a picture, he was with Adam Rose. Also with Tommy Dreamer. Well, actually, no, I take it back. He was not with Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer is training Shane O'Mac. Xaviar Woods' mother was sitting at ringside for the tapings from Atlanta, Georgia, thus their hometown area. Stardust stopped and hugged her after his WWE main event match against Zack Ryder. WWE Hall of Famer Scott Hall was also backstage at the event with Natalya. So I'm going to be showing you all these pictures there. Dark match before the main event tapings in Atlanta saw Neville defeat Tyler Breeze with a red arrow. Well, tonight this week I'm only going to have 2 results from each one because most of them were the same results. Most of the sites had the same results. Main event spoiler number 1, thanks to Paul Ash from Twitter at Pash30 and the band Koshi for the following main event spoilers from Atlanta, Georgia. Paige, Natalya, and Brie. Bella versus Summer Rae, Tamina, and Naomi was first. Lana comes out mid-match to watch the match. Brie made Naomi tap out with a yes lock. Brie held the ropes and invited Lana in. Nothing more than that. Ryback was shown backstage walking. Social Outcast cut a promo in the ring. Ryback defeated Heath Slater with a shell shock. Lucha Dragons defeated the Ascension. Stardust cut a promo on the big screen. Stardust defeated Zack Ryder with the Queen's Crossbow. Second result, thanks to Matt H. and Jonathan Pitts who were at SmackDown tapings. Pass along the following report. Dark match, Neville to beat Tyler Breeze. Really good reaction for Breeze. Main event, TV taping. Paige, Natalya, and Brie defeated Summer Rae, Naomi, and Tamina. Babyfaces got good reactions, especially Paige and Bree's yes chant. Lana interrupted mid-match. Lana watched from the top of the announce table, which Jerry the King Lawler had to enjoy. Naomi's right shoe still isn't working. And now it's just red. Everyone had offense. Natalya made the hot tag to Brie, who submitted Naomi to the yes lock. The babyfaces and Lana had to stare down. Ryback defeated Heath Slater before the match. Social Outcast cut a promo claiming that Ryback's win over Adam Rose was a fluke. From Raw, Lucha Dragons defeated the Ascension. Dragons won after performing their finishers. Stardust defeated Zack Ryder. Matt noted that he just saw this match in Birmingham. Taped at the Birmingham taping a month ago. Stardust won in a really good showing from both men. Both of these guys can really work. It's a shame they're trapped in the main event card. Main event mid card. And that concludes your main event spoilers. First result for SmackDown, thanks to Paul Ash at Posh30 and the band Koshi from Atlanta, Georgia. Also, Bad Street. Dean Ambrose kicks off SmackDown and cut a promo. Intercontinental Champion Kevin Owens interrupted. Talked about not having a WrestleMania 32 opponent. Ambrose is sitting in a chair in the ring now. Owens tries to attack him from behind, but Ambrose dodges and hits Owens with a chair. League of Nations defeated the Usos after the match. Dudley Boys came out with a table and beat the Usos down. They teased putting him through the table, but didn't. Dolph Ziggler defeated The Miz with a roll-up. The match seemed quick, but was about the same length as the match from Raw. Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch was next. This match started with both of them looking at the WrestleMania sign. Ric Flair and Charlotte came out during mid-match. Becky broke a submission by getting to the ropes, and Charlotte got involved. She attacked both of them and beat them both down before walking away. No winner was announced. Well, disqualification. Undertaker replay from Raw aired. Tag Team Champions New Day were out next. They cut promos on AJ Styles and Chris Jericho. AJ defeated Kofi Kingston with a springboard elbow drop. Okay. Something new that they might be trying. Dean Ambrose in the main event defeated Kevin Owens in a non-title match with Dirty Deeds. Owens attacked after the match and sets up a table, but Ambrose ends up elbow dropping Owens through it. But the table didn't break. Owens just slid off. And SmackDown ended. Results number 2. Thanks to Matt H. and Jonathan Pitts from Atlanta, Georgia. Dean Ambrose sat in the chair mid-ring. He said he doesn't operate on a 5-year plan, but rather on a 5-second plan. It gets him in trouble when Brock Lesnar throws him through a windshield or when Triple H beats him up. But it also got him a World Heavyweight Championship match. Ambrose wondered where he would face Lesnar or Hunter if he wins at WWE Roadblock. Kevin Owens came out and questioned what gives Ambrose the right to open SmackDown this way. Owens says he is Intercontinental Champion and has no real contender at WrestleMania. Owens said that Ambrose is a broken man. Owens tried to attack Ambrose, who got the better of it and used a chair that he had been sitting on. Sheamus and Rusev beat the Uso brothers. Sheamus pinned Jimmy after a brogue kick. After the match, Dudley's came out with a table and League of Nations was happy to let him pass by. They attacked and left Jimmy in the ring, but they did not use the tables at all. Dolph Ziggler defeated The Miz. Got in a quick match with a surprise backslide. R-Truth was in catering and spotted Goldust sitting alone at a table. Truth tried to apologize. Truth agreed to be Goldust's tag partner, but Goldust rejected him and shoved food in his own face. Becky Lynch fought Sasha Banks to an apparent non-finish. Charlotte and Ric Flair were at ringside. Lynch and Sasha ended up there, and Flair taunted them both. Charlotte attacked them from behind to end the match. Raw will be was announced to be held in Atlanta on August the 14th. A video recapping Undertaker's appearance on Raw. New Day came to the ring for a promo. Xavier Wood said that Y2AJ claiming a title shot was a miracle. He said they happen every day like the low cost of the WWE Network. Big E said it's a miracle that Xavier became a success given that he comes from Atlanta. Match number 4. AJ Styles defeated Kofi Kingston with Big E and Xavier Woods Francesco 2 was mic'd. The referee threw out Big E and Woods. Then Styles pinned Kingston for the win. In the main event, Dean Ambrose defeated Kevin Owens in a non-title match. Matt, the reporter, realized that this is the third time that he's seen this match this month. Dean won clean with Dirty Deeds after a good back and forth match. Owens attacked Ambrose after the cameras stopped for SmackDown. Owens put a table in the ring. Ambrose hit Dirty Deeds and put Owens through the table with an elbow off the top rope to end the show. Conflicting things there. Well, that concludes my spoilers for this week. Thanks again. Peace out. See what I want to be. And by the way, if you don't know, just call me brothers and sisters.